Hey guys, Al here with Vitalize Seed. Beautiful day in southeastern Ohio. Just got done spreading lime, as you probably can see right there, on this field. And when you're talking lime, I wanted to highlight that oftentimes people think of lime as only a pH neutralizer. However, Dr. William Albrich did a great job. If you're interested in this, I really recommend reading his books on soil balancing, and even though his book solely on calcium. But we have to, Neil Kinsey as well, his book, Hands-on Agronomy. But when you're picking a lime source, okay, we know it's going to neutralize pH through the carbonate element of lime. That's great, and we know that pH has an impact on nutrient availability, slightly below total neutral, because it actually has been shown to help a little bit with having some acidity there, or H on your soil colloid, or hydrogen. However, we also want to look at what else does lime do for us. Well, what lime can do, especially in the right circumstances, the right type of lime, is it can help from the porosity perspective or soil structure perspective of the soil. So on this field, I chose a dolomite lime source, or dolomitic lime source. Why? Well, because this field needed pH increased. Okay, good, got that box checked. Then I'm going to look at my base saturations. When I'm looking at my base saturations, both the calcium and magnesium could go up, and it would not harm the structure of the soil. Now, if this soil had a 25, and it's a relatively heavy soil, probably like, I think this is a 16 CEC, so it's not heavy. It's kind of a medium textured soil, I guess I should say. But it's not like sand. So on this field, if I had a 30 magnesium, I would absolutely not want to put additional magnesium down or dolomite lime, regardless of the pH, because that's only going to hurt my soil structure perspective. Now, as we increase calcium to a certain point on fields that need calcium, we help the porosity of the soil structure. So what's that going to do? Well, it's been shown to do a lot of things, including helping with phosphorus uptake and availability and solubility. We know Dr. Christine Jones' research has shown a lot of correlations to high amounts of phosphorus in our soil, but it's just all bound up. And there's a lot of other nutrients that have that propensity as well. So what does calcium do? Well, calcium helps the porosity. Well, what does that do? Well, it indirectly and kind of directly helps the bacteria or the biology in the soil to be able to move through the soil because it's more porous. It has the air, it has the oxygen, it has the water to so it can move to the roots systems and through the soil profile. So that's my tip, guys. When you're picking a soil or when you get your soil test back, and you're picking a lime, make sure you're thinking about base saturations. The other tip that I do is I actually have done some wood ash analysis. I have a bunch of, I don't know, probably, it's easy to get 50, 100, couple hundred pounds of wood ash, and I mix it right in with my pellet lime. I did the analysis on the different wood ash. I'm getting a little bit of P and K and a bunch of micros in there. And, per 50 pounds, I'm getting like, it would be like a 0.33 or something like that on a 50-pound bag. And it's free. So I do it more so, I don't care too much about the phosphorus. Potassium tends to be low in a lot of soil samples that I look at, although we could argue that we can make that available with biology, but also the calcium. And it's free, and it's almost always on all the wood ash analysis I've done. The calcium to magnesium ratio, calcium is significantly higher. So again, from that soil structure perspective, what does it hurt if you have it for free? So thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for all the customers and everybody for checking out Vitalize Seed, and hopefully you found this useful. Get outside, enjoy the outdoors.